Zénon Kowal, a Belgian diplomat and a former representative of the French-speaking governments of Belgium, is the guest of Spotlight Ukraine, and we would like to clarify the situation around the presidency of Russia in the UN Security Council. So, hello and welcome, and pleased to meet you.
Good evening.
So, Russia became the head of the UN Security Council. How can it harm Ukraine in this situation?
Well, we don't have any way to expel Russia from the Security Council. We don't have any means to expel Russia from the UN as such, because to expel Russia from the organization, we would need also an approval of the Security Council, which, as you can imagine, Russia having a veto is impossible. So the only way to deal with Russia's presidency, we know that Russia will be presiding the Security Council during 1 month, is to be ready. And I hope that not only the Ukrainian representation has prepared that presidency of Russia, but all the others, because we know that Russia can, I would say, give some orientations or manipulate certain points of the order, to let their views prevail, or even to bring out a subject that is interesting to Russia in a way to excuse Russia for certain facts that are not very, I would say, favorable to Russia in regard of the UN.
Why the United Nations is considered by Russian Federation only as a platform for propaganda and disinformation?
For the moment, the UN and the other associated organizations like UNESCO, UNICEF or others are the only platform, common platform for everybody in the world. So if Russia can use it to promote its own interess, we, Ukrainians, or the allies of Ukraine today, have to use it to show the contradictions of Russia in what they think, in what they say, and in what they do. So this is a platform that we also can use, and it is very important because it's the only platform where we can speak to all the nations in the world.
Okay, but do we have any mechanisms to exclude the Russian Federation from the United Nations as the world's biggest organization?
No, as I said before, as I mentioned before, we would need a decision of the UN and also a recommendation from the Council of Security. And you know that the Council of Security has 15 members, 5 permanent members and 10 non-permanent members. They are elected for a period of 2 years, and every year 5 of them change. So to have that kind of recommendation from the Security Council, we would need Russia to agree with the recommendation, but Russia will never agree upon a recommendation that recommends Russia to be excluded. So there's no way out.
Yeah, it's kind of a dead end, so there is no way out. But still, 49 countries condemned Russia for organizing a meeting of the United Nations Security Council dedicated to the alleged legal grounds of the abduction of Ukrainian children from the temporarily occupied territories. So, what do we need, or what else is needed to expel Russia from all world platforms? Because in my opinion, Russia has crossed all the red lines that were established after the Second World War.
I do agree, and the little presentation you showed before our discussion is very clear on that. But as we cannot exclude Russia, we have to confront Russia. And Ukraine being a state of law, right? We have to use all the means that we have and that the law gives us to confront Russia. We know that the International Criminal Court has given a mandate to arrest Putin, President Putin. and also the ombudsman dealing with kids' rights in Russia. So these are concrete elements that we can use to uncover the position of Russia. So we have to take part in the debates that Russia organizes to make clear that Russia is not, how would I say that in English, a reliable partner, because they say one thing and they do not respect the international law. They say one thing, they do another thing, right? So there's no, how can we trust somebody that
who cheats all the time? Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Thank you for the answers. Zénon Kowal, a Belgian diplomat, was the guest of Spotlight Ukraine, and we were covering the very complex topic of heading the Russian Federation in the UN Security Council. We continue. Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Latest news, trends, and analytics on all about Ukraine. Like, share, and subscribe. Any questions, proposals, and comments, contact us via email.